Ever feel like the rest of the world is in on the secret about how to have a good life, how to have it all, how to have the most out of life, but someone forgot to tell you? There's this inner voice which says, something is wrong with you. Thou are not the chosen one. The chosen ones are having it all. They are having a blast. They are living their best lives. So, what we do is we look at the chosen ones, we see what is working in their lives, how they seem to have it all, and we try to chase the same things that we will also feel happy and fulfilled. And sometimes we fail. Other times we do achieve things in life, we do achieve successes, and it feels great. It does, but it doesn't seem to last. And then we move on to the next thing. And so the story goes. And it always feels like we are only entitled to maybe a couple slices, but never the entire pie. What gives? Let's dig a little deeper, literally. So, the 10% of conscious mind is focused towards the goal, but the 90%, the subconscious, which is made up of good and bad memories, behaviors, thought patterns, or conditioning from the culture, society, family, it is all in there. So consciously, we might be going for something, but subconsciously, we might be operating from a different set of beliefs. Growing up, maybe there were times when you heard things like, you are not a good kid, you are selfish, you disappoint me, you're not good enough, you don't deserve something, or even like, you are a virtuous good kid, good kids are not selfish. And we heard these statements and we didn't understand them, we didn't like them. So, what did we do? We stuffed them down. But if we heard them enough times, we also attached identities to them. We thought that maybe so many people, so many adults, authority figures are saying this to me, and it seems like they have it under control. They seem to know it all, so they must be right. And we don't have the emotional capacity to process this data. So we suppress this or even attach identities where I am not good, I am not um, deserving, I will never amount to anything, I'm a disappointment. But the subtext of all these identities is that I am defective in some way. So we grow up, we consciously try to have a better life, achieve things, but when we are operating from these subconscious beliefs, we will always hit these roadblocks. We will try to stay congruent to these identities, so we might filter out opportunities altogether. Or even when we are brave enough to venture out, we might still self sabotage ourselves because the underlying belief is still, I am not good enough, I don't deserve this. What ends up happening is we feel different from others. So we hide these insecurities because we don't want to stick out like a sore thumb. So we feel that if something leaks out, if someone thinks or comes to know about how we feel, then we might get rejected by the society. But guess what? These are shared experiences. We are all humans. Everyone experiences this. These are universal feelings. It's just that we live in a culture which is obsessed with success and accomplishments and glittery things, that we only talk about achievements and accomplishments and put people on pedestals who achieve things, but we do not talk about weaknesses, vulnerabilities. We do not talk about insecurities or how people are coping and they are not able to manage their day to day things. No one wants to talk about that. Why? Because it's uncomfortable. But guess what? If we keep denying these things, it doesn't mean they go away. They still stay there. We just distract ourselves, we suppress these feelings, we deny them, but they still exist. So, first point to realize is that we are not alone. Everyone feels this way one time or the other in their lives. It's just that people are not comfortable talking about them. And what people do to overcome them, the same that we are doing. They suppress them, they distract themselves, they outrightly deny these things. And some people are better at packaging themselves in a shiny packaging, and so they show themselves as this confident person who's full of accomplishments and who have everything together, but deep down they are also a bag of insecurities. They just know how to pretend, that's all. And definitely, there are some people who are brave enough to face everything and go in the direction of their dreams, but they are too few and not enough examples in the world. So, what's the way out? So, how do we handle this? The only way out is through. So, the way to handle this is to face the fears, to quote unquote look at the monster in the closet. It might be nerve wracking, you might be scared to death, but that's the only way to go about it. And don't do it alone. Do it with people who love you. Do it with support groups, counseling, therapy, coaching, mindfulness. But that's the only way it can be done. And I've talked about more strategies in my other video, which I will link here. But here we are talking about how not to trust this voice which leads you in the direction of thou art not the chosen one. And if you feel it sounds like too much effort, do the cost benefit analysis for yourself. What's the point of running into circles and not achieving anything and then running into these brick walls? Why not put in this effort so that all of us is aligned in the direction of our dreams instead of shooting ourselves in the foot anytime we want to achieve something? So do the cost benefit analysis for yourself, and also answer this for yourself. Do you want your life to be defined by people who said you were not good enough just because they were having a bad day? No, we don't want our life to be defined by people who were careless enough to just say anything that came to their mind and not think twice about how it would impact the psyche of a kid. Take your power back. Next time this thought crops up, which tells you you're weak, you're lame, you're a loser, then understand people who are putting on a show and pretending not to be losers are the real losers. Whereas people who are putting in the work and going on this hero's journey to face their fears are the real winners. Be the winner. Go on your hero's journey and find the treasure within. You're worth it.